right, I'm back, y'all. I do not know what happened. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, you guys. All right, I'll give y'all a little bit of time, but I told y'all at the beginning I was crunched for time, and then they're gonna do this to my feed. Like, how does that even happen? Does that even make sense? All right, I hope y'all left the other video because that was I don't even know what's going on. All right, so I'm gonna get back into this. I'm gonna start over again because people might not have saw the other video. You said that's better. Okay, thank you. So, all right, like I was saying in the other video, the Carter surname for many people, especially people of color, comes from the Algonquin Powhatan name, Sir Carter. Okay, and I'm gonna show y'all again because the last video, they playing with me today. Like, they really are. Give me a second. Yes, Samuel. Yeah, Anderson. I'm an Anderson too, Samuel. So I got you, cousin. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to reading this. Now, this is talking about this book. Let me show y'all again. Landmarks of Old Prince William. Now, they hide a lot of the stuff in the early history of certain counties and areas. Okay. Now, this is talking about these Europeans. Oh, I keep calling you Samuel. I just thought you was Samson. Samuel, know we cousins. That's all I'm saying. Say we're Andersons. Anyways, so I'm going to read you the excerpt again. And further, he said, Harris, I mean, further, thee said, Harris declared, there yesterday came over from Pamunkey with him an Indian named Sir Carter, a warrior captain that was going to Captain Brent and told him Captain Brent had sent him, and further said the Indian told him that they did hear the Englishmen in English had cut off the head of their king. Y'all, this is crazy. And that there were abundance of Dutchmen coming in great ships, and that they should bring abundance of match coats and other things with them. So basically, the Dutch was infamous for trading on the coastlines, and the Algonquin people dominated the coastlines of the East Coast. Anyways, so they said that the king of the Piscataway, which is in Algonquin, hired Seneca Indians, which are the Mingos, and they are Iroquois, which are the rivals of the Algonquin, which makes this insane right here. But he said that they hired the Mingos, the Senecas, by reason that they might have better opportunity to kill people of Virginia, right? Telling them that they must make haste and kill the Protestants before the shipping did come in, for after the shipping came, they would kill the Papists, and then they would kill all the Indians. Yeah, right, Davida, you see that? They would kill all the Indians. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. All right, and they're talking about John West, which a lot of us Andersons did descend from John West, and him and the child of Kokoeski. So that's a whole nother thing. Hold on, y'all. But you guys see, yeah, they were brutal, right? The Europeans were brutal, and we know the Mingos were brutal. So they're using a fire to fight fire, basically. So the fact, that's a whole nother subject. The fact that an Algonquin king would hire Senecas to do any type of, would even conversate with them is saying a whole lot of, that's showing that they were serious about getting rid of these Europeans, right? They came to kill Europeans and all of us Virginia Indians, basically, because Piscataway had a beef with Chief Powhatan or Wahan Sanaka, and this great, they were under us at one point, and then they, had a beef with him and broke away, and that's a whole another video. Yeah, the Senecas were from New York and Ohio, which a lot of people, we know a lot of people of Iroquois descent had migrated back up there. So that's Ohio or Chicago. I'm in Ohio. So the whole Ohio Valley area and New York, which a lot of people don't know, those are intra or interconnected. That's where the Iroquois people originally come from. But they don't originally, if it makes sense, they don't originally come from there. But that's a whole nother. Oh, but you guys see, Davita, did you see it? Sir Carter is the Pamunkey name, a Powhatan name, Sir Carter, right? So in the other video, I don't got much time, my alarm went off. But the other video, I talked about them saying that it was the Irish and Scottish origin from Mick Carter, which is Gaelic and Celtic, which Gaelic and Celtic people have a relationship with the Algonquin people. And that's a whole nother video too. So you guys let me know in the comments if you want me to show my research and go more into it. Because I was trying to get a little bit more research with that Algonquin European connection before I made a video, but I can try to make something. But Mick means son of, and Carter means transport of goods in a cart. All right. You said your husband's from Salton, Virginia, Carter. Yeah, so he would be related to this Chicarter. You see, Chicarter is a Carter name. So, but I was going on right before we got interrupted by the ad. You said that's your last name, Lance? So it comes from Chicarter, the Pamunkey or Powhatan name, Chicarter. And what I was saying on the last video is, yeah, it's Pamunkey. What I was saying in the last video is sometimes people took, like somebody mentioned their ancestor, something Powhatan, Mary Powhatan, I can't remember the first name. But they would take that name to indicate their heritage. And then like a Powhatan, they'll be like Powhatan Carter, like they named their son Powhatan Carter to keep that, you know, keep that going, keep that little piece. And even people don't even know why. They don't even know. So I know a lot of people who've gone back and done the genealogy and they see this Powhatan first name. Wait a minute. You said Jay-Z? Yeah, Jay-Z is Sean Carter, right? Sean Carter. And as some people know, a lot of the English language today has Powhatan words very heavily in it. Powhatan and Algonquin words from the Powhatan people, and also up north from those people, like the Wampanoag and those, when they first came here. So when they first came here, they established Jamestown first, which a lot of people don't know. And then they went and established Plymouth. And in both of those locations, they had interaction with the Algonquin people because, like I said, we controlled the shorelines, right? The East Coast shorelines. We had dominated pretty much of it almost down to where the Creek people or the Yamasee people came into play. And they dominated that, down that way. Is there a way I can learn my native Muskogean Creek Kitchi language? I do not speak that. The only thing I teach is the Powhatan language. I'm not sure who else is teaching that. I would love someone else to teach if they want to join the Academy and teach that. That would be great. But let me get back into this because I don't have that much time. So in 1790, the Free People Color Census included a lot of the names of the indigenous people. And a lot of those people are now, a lot of, a lot of us have family who are enrolled in these tribes. And we do not look alike, if you understand, because a lot of the people in the tribes are heavily mixed with European, but we are still related to them and we still have the same surnames. And one of those surnames being Chavis. As I explained, the Chavis descended from Pamunkey men who married European women, and a lot of them moved down to North Carolina and moved down to South Carolina. You said something about Jay-Z. You said believes Jay-Z, he's Aboriginal. Yes, Canada as well. Yeah, the Virginia Indian Creek answers. Yeah, a lot of the indigenous people who wanted to keep their identity at a certain point, the families moved up to Canada, and is also for protection. So a lot of those tribes, especially in North Carolina, moved up to Canada. So those people are all, like a lot of us are all related. What was the Indian tribes in Australia called? They were Aborigines. They different. They're Australian Aborigines, not American. So different people. And there's a whole controversy of them coming from South America originally. That was probably like 50,000 years ago. Anyways, Chavis is one of those names, like I said. Gibson. They're associated with mainly Algonquin and no, Iroquois and Siouan as well. And like I was saying, Tuscarora names. Wiggins is the Tuscarora name. Bradby and Brayboy and Blango. Those are also Pamunkey names. And Squire is another name. Now, the Squires, which, like I said, people intermarried. So, Squire is known as a Tuscarora name, but they descended from the Algonquian Matamusket chief named Chief John Squire. So, all those people that Squire name descended from him. All right, let me try to squeeze some more in, and I'm gonna have to do a part 2 because they done messed my feed up, and I would have been done by now. All right, so this is a big list of Algonquin surnames. So we're gonna deal with the Algonquins, and then I guess I'm gonna do the other video with Tuscarora and the Lumbees, and I'm gonna get into the Melungeon thing too. Melungeon's just mixed folks. Bennett is on here. You asked about Bennett. I'm about to do the names. So y'all listen up. You gotta grab your pen and your pad if you need to, because I know a lot of y'all doing genealogy work. Okay, so here are the Algonquin surnames, and this was listed on a project, YDNA Q dash Y, wait a minute, Q dash Y 4294 lineages. It's a project on family tree DNA. Oh, thank you, Davita. Yeah, please share it. Please share this video out. Please like it. And like I said, give me some feedback in the comments as well. So let me start with these surnames. Bass, Bennett, Carter. We just went over Carter. Brooks, Branham, Cole, like J. Cole, Brown, Bridges, Collins, Cravens, Crawford, Dennis, Cummings, Duncan, Douglas, Fields, Francis, Freeman, Gabriel, Garrett, Gibson, Gilmore, Goen, Hall, Harris, Hart, Hayes, like Isaac Hayes, Helton or Hilton, Hersey, Hinton, Isaac, Jackson, Ketchum, Lenape. And like I said, same thing for Powhatan. People use their, like the Lenape tribe, they use that as a surname. Lewis, Locke, Logan, Long, Mansfield, Marshall, Matthews, McCarty, McGee, McMillan, Monk, Moore, with the E or without the E, same thing. Nickens, Outlaw, Payne, Patrick, Penn, Peterson, Polk, Powhatan, I already went over that. Quinn, with a Q, Redman, Rice, Riley, Roanoke, Robbins, Sanderson, Scott, Sizemore, Strickland. I think somebody just said Strickland. Scott, did I say Scott already? Tapp, Thornton, Tucker, Van Gilder, Beasley, Vinay, Vic, like Michael Vick, Wampanoag, Bass, Wilson, Withers. So these are the ones they listed. You see they cut off the A's. And like my cousin was mentioned, Anderson is one of the prominent names as well. These are the Algonquian surnames from this project of family tree DNA. So they linked the DNA with these people, I don't know who they are, with these surnames. You said you got Brown, Collins, Harris, and Carter. You just named half the people in my reserve unit. Are you serious? They could be related. Like all these people are from these surnames. And I'm not saying European people do not have these surnames. Some of them are mixed with us. We know that. But these are the names associated with people who are in these tribes. All right. And so you got Marshall. All right. So I had this excerpt I was going to read you guys, but I don't have that much time. You said your family's from the Caribbean. Yeah, a lot of the Caribbean people descend from the Algonquin people and the Muskogee people who were caught up in the wars with the Europeans. And once they were caught, they were shipped to the Caribbean as slaves. Okay, so that's where a lot of that comes in. And even before that, the Caribbean, the indigenous Caribbean people came up here and we traveled there and people intermarried. Like the Tainos and the Powhatan have a close relationship. Um, and even now, like in Dominican Republic and Haiti, a lot of those people descend from the Powhatan people because a lot of the Powhatan people or the Algonquin people went there as slaves. Okay. So I'm going to have to do another video, you guys. I'm just trying to get something out here quick. We're going to go more into the surnames for the North Carolina Indians. Do you have any names from Louisiana? No, Chris, I'm going to have to get into all of that at another time. But I can take questions from you guys. And I wanted to read this excerpt, but I don't have the book with me right now. And I'm going to have to do it again, or I'm going to have to record it off screen. Because I don't know how to work the thing where you can do share screens. And I'm on my phone right now. So I don't know about Stackhouse at all. I'm not sure where Stackhouse comes from. It's not, I haven't seen that on my list, but that doesn't mean that it's not an indigenous surname or that person married in with indigenous. Yes, Dabney is another one, a Davida, and I'm a Dabney too. The Dabneys and the Carters and the Andersons are all interrelated. Yes, I said Brown. Brown is one. What is the name of the book? The book is called Landmarks of Old Prince William, Volumes 1 and 2. Champagnes, I don't know about Champagnes. Stanfield, I didn't see that one. You said you're Carter and Robinson. The Robinsons as well are related with Carters, the Andersons, the West. All those people, those are, especially in Virginia, those are interrelated people. And Robinsons descend from Pocahontas, actually. A branch of the Robinsons descend from Pocahontas. Collins is the Pamunkey surname. What tribe does represent? This one, I was talking mainly about the Powhatan people, which include the Pamunkeys, the Mattapanai, several other Mattamuskets. Wait a minute, or Mattamuskets? They're Algonquin. I'm not sure exactly if they were in the Powhatan Confederacy. And then I was talking about just Algonquin surnames, period. And the Powhatan people are Algonquins. You said NYC Cooper. Cooper is not on my list, but that doesn't mean it's not a surname. So I just went over a whole list of names. For some reason, it didn't have the A's listed, like Anderson, which doesn't make sense. It started off with the Basses, which is an infamous surname. You said you're Davis. Okay. So any more questions, you guys? I'm about to wrap it up. I'm going to have to do another part to focus on North Carolina. This was mainly focused on Virginia and other Algonquin names. King out of Virginia. Oh, I'm a king too. I'm a king out of Virginia. The Kings and the Brooks are interrelated. You know that? So you can probably see them in what counties? King and Queen County. Prince George, is it Prince George's? I'm not sure. I can't remember everything off the top of my head. Y'all know I'm like Rain Man with this information sometimes. But yeah, I'm a king too. I'm a king. I'm a Brooks. Like a lot of these surnames, Fields, Gibson, Anderson, a whole bunch of them I'm related to. You step hops to the Brooks from Virginia, you might be my cousin. You say maternal line from King. Yeah, I know Davita. from King and Queens County. Yeah, so a lot of those King and Queen, all those areas were Powhatan territory. Prince George. Okay, see, we probably related. hmm And I think because they intermarried, I have one ancestor named King Brooks, and I believe his mother was a king. Like I said, sometimes they pass that surname on as a first name. So, like I said, they passed the surname as a first name. So his name was King Brooks. He was a free person of color. Okay, somebody advertising. Did you say review free people of color census? Yes, I was talking about the names that I had listed before of the Tuscarora people. Was from the 1790 Free People of Color Federal Census. Right, of known Indian families. So the Wiggins, the Bradbys, the Bradboys, the Blangos, the Squires, Chavis, and Gibsons, they were all known Indian surnames. You said Scots, James Island. I can't see that. What about Scots from James Island? Scots is on here. Scots. I don't know about this area, but Scots are on here. All right, you guys got any more questions? I'm about to close it out. I'm glad I was able to get back on here and speak to you guys and give y'all some information. Please like, share, and subscribe this video. Please check out adinaacademy.com too. I have genealogy classes on there, and I also have my Powhatan language class available. It's going to be more stuff up here. I'm looking for teachers, anybody who's interested in teaching as well. Please email me. You can email me at adinaacademy@gmail.com or admin@adinaacademy.com or theTashaXi@gmail.com or Tasha@adinaacademy.com. So, any more questions? Thank you guys. Thank you for coming out. 67 views. I usually don't get this like in the middle of, y'all know I come on at weird hours. So in the middle of the day, having 67 people on here is amazing. You said Goins. Yeah, Goins is one as well. I'm going to put the link to my email and to the Dealing Academy in the comments. So when you come back, it's going to be pinned to the top so you can see that. Okay, but that's the jewel right there. Like I told y'all, Carter comes from Chick Carter, which is a Powhatan name. So Cook, yes, Cook is definitely a Pamunkey. How, the house, I think they're related to Powhatan people as well. He said this video gives you insight. Please share it out so other people can get insight. Like I know a lot of people have been thanking me for helping them break brick walls. I want you guys to try to do this thing yourself because sometimes it's gratifying. But then I also have people that I'm helping as clients as well because they don't have the time. So, ain't nobody got time for that all the time. But, if you start off doing it for yourself and you get stuck, you just email me. All right, you guys. Powhatan language for goodbye, we say Ana. You say I wasn't able to find it. Okay, well, you can keep working. You said not advertisement. You need you as a part of the entire Aboriginal movement, Empress. It's a powerful bill. We're going to do a 30-day live. Oh, thank you, Chief Basor. I'm sorry, I didn't even see who it was. Okay, I'll try to join you guys. What time was that again? Let me scroll up. There's so many messages. You said tonight on Supreme Chief Holiday Channel at 8 p.m. Okay, I'll try to check you guys out. I do apologize. I'm just reading. It's like stuff is so scrolling so fast. Okay, on Chief Holiday's channel. Okay. He said the birds. Yes, the birds as well. The birds are related to William Byrd II. And he had an indigenous wife, what a lot of people don't know about. So he had children of color, and he was this English man. And if y'all go back to my other videos about the Nottoway and William Byrd's diaries, you will see that information. I gotta make another part of that as well. Yes, the white birds. Yes, they're mixed with Powhatan and Nottoway. and Cherokee, right? And then those white birds turn brown, right? They turn dark, right? A lot of them, like the first guy, William Carter, mixed with indigenous women, then those people mixed because they became free people of color. If they could pass, they could pass. If they couldn't pass, they married another person of color. But thank you guys. Like I said, please get your pen and your pad and get this information down so you can go back when you're doing your genealogy work or your research. And please share this out and like it. A lot of people keep coming to me saying you should have more subscribers, you should have more views. They don't understand why. And I'm like, I'm not here for that. This is the ancestors' work. They want us to really dig in and know who we are, know who they were. So they're kind of pushing me to put this information out. And it would be great if you guys could share it out. I know, Davita, you always share my stuff, but it would be great to share it out so other people could hear this information and it could help them as well. Because we got a lot of people who are stuck. A lot of these people with these surnames thinking that they are from Ghana or somewhere, and they don't know, even if they do have some heritage from Ghana. A lot of people with these surnames are predominantly indigenous, and they don't know, and some people don't want to acknowledge it. It's kind of like how a lot of people of color do with their European heritage. They do not want to hear nothing about it. They only African or whatever they claim to be. They only quote unquote so-called black. So people need to realize you gotta honor all of your ancestors, right? All right, so I will be back, you guys. It's gonna be another Powerton Word of the Week. I'm gonna be uploading more videos. We're gonna be doing some more things on this channel, expanding, because this information really needs to get put out, and the ancestors want me going overdrive, and they drive me crazy. Okay, you said you read the Native Records of William Byrd. Yes, it's the North Carolina Archives actually have it on their website. That's where I first read it. If you Google it, you can Google it, William Byrd, North Carolina, because he did draw the North Carolina Virginia line, state line. So you will hear about his journeys. And like I said, I mentioned it in the Nottoway videos. And William Byrd's Westover manuscript. No, that's not a hologroup. It's a DNA project. That's the name of the project. Let me say it again. It's the surnames, a lot of surnames I listed are from the Algonquin Surnames Project by Family Tree DNA. So they're the ones funding it. It's Y-DNA. You can Google all this. Y-DNA Q-Y4294 lineages. So if you search that, that's what will come up. I don't know what I haven't done a DNA test. I don't know what my hologroup, but that's one of the good things of these DNA tests, even though they're shaky, and I kind of give them the side eye. Connecting with these cousins, connecting to your tribe is one of the benefits of taking them. And you can always go back and tell the people to destroy your DNA information and things like that. All right, thank you, Chief Rosar, and I'll try to see you guys tonight at 8. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to speak much because I have a 6-year-old and he gets hyper, so he got to go to bed a little bit after that. So you don't trust it. I don't trust the test either, but I had cousins take the test and they met cousins and they connected with tribes, right? So some of the people telling me to take it for that reason, but they see what they see, and they don't care what kind of proof you have. Sometimes you're not going to be enrolled, so I'm not going to force the issue. Yeah, you got to get back to, we all got to stay on our research. That's what the ancestors want. They want this information to come out, and people don't understand the seriousness of it and all the work that we're doing. We're not doing this for clout or whatever. It's the ancestors are really pushing us to do it, because you see we're not getting that many subscribers and views as basic stuff on YouTube. Like, we're talking about really serious issues, and people with hair videos and people gaming videos are getting like double, triple, quadruple the views that we're getting. All right. You know anything about the Taylors? I am related to the Pamunkey Taylors. I'm not sure about Brunswick County, though. Yes, the Santee is a tribe in South Carolina. Santee is a tribe, and it's a city. They just built on top of the Santee's town, basically. But yeah, it's very serious now. Y'all got it's 2020. We got a 2020 vision now. Everything is becoming sharper. We know what we got to do. Honor the ancestors. So I'm gonna say Anna. Goodbye to you guys. Until next time. I'll be on later this week. All right. Anna.